Hey everybody, welcome in. There's no one here. Hopefully you join soon. We got two. We're gonna do two. Welcome in, guys. Alright, we got four. We got a like. Might as well get started here soon. Just a moment. What should we do first, everyone? I wanted to show everyone the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. First of all, back in January 22nd, our first big drop, we hit a 40 on the Fear and Greed. We've made a higher low since then, and just yesterday, today, 76. So we're making low, higher, low, higher, low. So if we wake up one day and we're under 76 and down here, then we can expect a little bit more volatility to the downside. So just a brief thing to show you. We can get right into it. Link. What's up, everyone? Got everyone in. 13 people. Let's do it. All right. I got a good evening from Athens. Link's doing good. Ethereum, it looks like everything's kind of buoying around between these moving averages, if you see, against the US dollar. Brad wants to look at some coins versus Bitcoin. We can definitely do that. We don't do that enough, I know. What's up, everybody? All right. What should we kick it off with, Brad? You brought it up. I'll look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin or Link versus Bitcoin. Our DXY is our dollar currency index, and it's still looking good. This is on the daily. But if you look at the weekly, we want this to continue going down. And as you can see, we've continually been going down for our 21-week moving average. So we just got rejected back here 1st of February. If we can keep going lower and eventually break our local low back in here and break under 88, I think the whole altcoin or the whole crypto market can start booming again. Because look what it's done since last March, when we've been having our big run-ups after the capitulation in March. The dollar spiked up, and then people realized that the dollar is not that strong with all the money printing, and we're coming down. So we want to see this continue going down. The monthly moving averages, and you can see we just had a 21-month moving average cross the 50-month. That's never a good sign in anything, especially, and then you're under your 200-month, which is about a 16.5-year moving average, this red line. So it's good news for crypto, bad news for the United States dollar. So that's all I have on that. We can now go to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is on the weekly. This is Ethereum versus Bitcoin, so this has nothing to do with the US dollar anymore. This is just Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and that's all. Some people get confused on this time to time, but just know that you can trade between these coins if you don't realize that. If you're new, you don't have to always sell to the United States dollar or to whatever your native crypto is, or your native currency, excuse me. You can sell Ethereum to Bitcoin. You can sell Bitcoin to Ethereum, if you didn't know that. There's other trading pairs as well. So right now, this is on the daily, we're holding our 200-day of support. So generally, if you're looking to get into a nice buy, usually your 200-day is not a bad level. But we have broken support on our 21-week. As of now, we still have 4 days, 4 hours to get back above here. But I would definitely watch this if you're looking to trade either Ethereum or Bitcoin back and forth. Let's go look at Link versus Bitcoin. This is Link versus Bitcoin. We take it off a log scale here. And you can see Link is still struggling, as is Ethereum, dominating Bitcoin again. So we still have, imagine if Link gets back and do this again against Bitcoin, we're going to be in the triple digits, I believe. If we get back to this level, we're probably well over $100 for Link. But as of right now, we're still waiting for this to turn around for the macro trend. Still trying to. So we're still trying to get back to the kind of the equilibrium, so to speak. If you look at a regular market cycle, kind of this is your line. We hit kind of the euphoric phase here. We had a big sell-off and a capitulation down here, despair, and then this is kind of your equilibrium line, and we still cannot hold that. So until Link can get back up in these levels and then start moving back away from it, I think this is coming in the coming months. If Bitcoin can just cool off, it's just Bitcoin's been so volatile lately that if it's spiking up or down, Link cannot make a move against it. Jeff says, when do we see $100 for Link? I still think that's on the cards for this year. DOT? You want to look at DOT versus Bitcoin? Or just DOT? Oh, we're not doing Kraken. Kraken's good for buy orders. I wouldn't have a sell order on that because you're going to get annihilated. Kraken, you can put in some low buy orders and maybe get filled. But if you have some stops on Kraken, you got destroyed yesterday. So this is DOT on against the US dollar. So we're still above our 21 day. It's one of the few coins that's still holding above its 21 day. If we go over to the weekly, it's looking even better. Look how separate it is from its 21 week, but it's still, you know, a younger coin, so we're not going to have that much data to go off of. Currently, the 21 day is just under $30, so look for that. If it does come down, we'd want it to hold. If Bitcoin continues going down, though, altcoins are going to get dragged down with it. So what else can we do? What else? Cardano. We haven't looked at Cardano yet. Cardano's looking like it didn't get the sell-off memo. It's almost back to normal before anything even happened. So it's still looking real strong. Gene Simmons is giving it the kiss of grace. If you guys don't know, Gene Simmons bought like $300,000 worth of Cardano right back in this area. Gene Simmons is a singer from Kiss for all the young people. Let's see if I missed anything. XLM, yeah, we can go down. We can just go down the list if you guys want. All right, XLM's flirting with its 50-day. So a lot of coins jump down to the 50-day area. So we definitely want to hold that because it's a long ways down to 100-day. Go to the weekly on this. We're still well above it, so we're still looking okay. So 50-day still looking as good support for Stellar. Still looking okay. As you can see, we played around with the 50-day back in here. If you start losing the 50-day, if you go through your first two safety nets, yeah, we probably got bigger issues on our hand. But as of now, we're still looking good. So we want to have close above around 37 cents or so, okay? So that's a big picture for Stellar. We can go look at it on the smaller time frame. Not going to do you much good with this much volatility in the markets, but just got to start getting back to these moving averages going up again. If this continues to come down on all the coins, you want to see a bounce off of your 50-day with the 21-day, like back in here. See this? Right here? Where it came down, coming down, and then it bounces off of it without a cross. If we get a cross, then it's not the worst news on the daily, but it's not good. Usually not very good. Maybe it's a fake out, but or Bitcoin does like a quick wick down and up. Altcoins could theoretically have like a fake out cross and then back up. So those two scenarios, but this would be ideal if we move down over the next few days and then bounce back off of this 50-day for any coin. Link's looking kind of similar, right? There's Stellar and there's Link. Almost identical, right? Look at that. Back to Link. So we're looking for the same thing. Link looks like it's trying to level off here a little bit more. So you don't want to see this moving sharply down, because then it's probably going to cross the 50-day moving average. Want to get a nice bounce. Kind of like, look at how this kind of got briefly tangled up and then situated again. So we'll keep an eye on this. You know, we do videos every day. So we can go look at Ethereum US dollar. Very similar. So Xlm, Link, and Ethereum all looking very similar. So what one does, the others are probably going to do. So if they're all looking similar, they're kind of all range bound between their 21-day and 50-day. So hopefully we break back up through our moving average and not down through our moving average. David, thanks for the compliment. I did just start like the last week of December, so hopefully we get more subscribers, but thank you. Let's see what else we got. Vein, I have no idea what that means. What else do you guys want to see? Can do whatever you guys want. I know it's kind of an odd time for some people. On the East Coast, it's 3 o'clock. It's kind of like everyone's starting to work back again, and the West Coast is kind of just a beginning lunch, so we still don't know what kind of time to do live streams. I know it's kind of tough. I know some of the big guys go in the evenings, which is obviously a better time, but then you're also competing with those guys. Until I get big enough, it's not really a... Yeah, we've looked at Chainlink. I can look at it again. We can just go through everything again. We can just do it in cycles. So Chainlink, almost all the coins. If you look at, this is XLM, this is Link, and Ethereum. They're almost identical at where they're at right now between their moving averages. So yeah, what we've said is that we want to see this move back up, and if we kind of just stall out here for the next few days to a week, we'd want to see a bounce off of our 21-day moving average as it comes down, kind of like this. If we just kind of slowly go down, we'd want to see a bounce back up if this just kind of trends sideways, because your 50-day will move much slower than your 21-day. So that's kind of what you'd want to look for if we can't move up in the quicker term. You can kind of see that kind of happening back here. And XLM did a perfect job of that. If you see this 21-day come down, and without crossing, it bounces up pretty nice. So that's what we want to look for again. BNB. I haven't checked on BNB lately. How's it doing? So BNB is still doing very well. Like kind of Cardano is doing pretty well. Still not even visited the 21 day yet. So this is looking better than most coins right now. So we'll keep an eye on this. If it does come down, and your 21 day right now is $178, 175 by the time it gets down there. So keep an eye on that. You don't want to be crossing this too much. Yeah, I've had some luck with the later nights, like 9 p.m. I think you're right on that as far as 9. So I might look at to doing a later night stream for the United States. I don't have a whole lot of global people, but maybe we'll get bigger. I know Juiced is from overseas, and I got a couple people from India and I think South Africa, Australia. So VET, we can do VET. So VET's kind of in the same spot as Link and Ethereum and Xlm and probably a lot of other coins, but still kind of hanging out here. Want to see that get above that and hold it as support. And, you know, like as I've stated many times already, if the moving average comes down, you want to see it bounce like back in here. You don't want to see them cross. So bigger picture, that's what we're looking like. Still looks good. Look at this. I do want to point this out on VET. VeChain, look at this. If I could find my brush here. See this level where this hit at right here? What's that? 3.5 cents. Look at that top right there. To the T, 3.5 cents. Same with these. They kind of had some interaction with here. So this is a nice level of support maybe for VeChain. If we could hold that and then start moving back up again, that's great. If this is the low as it goes, that'd be a real good sign for VET. So watch for that. If you see it breaking back below this, then we got some other issues. So, but so far so good on this. It's a nice level right here. Let's keep the chat simmered down. Algo, I can look at Algo. I haven't done Algo yet. I refuse to look at Kraken after those ridiculous wicks. If you guys don't know, Kraken had some ridiculous scam wicks going on during the drop yesterday. I think Cardano went down to 13 cents miraculously, and now back above $1. So you're gonna get destroyed if you're trading. If you're having stop losses on Kraken, but you can make some nice profits if you have some buy orders down there. Algo, same as looking very similar to a lot of the other coins, stuck between the 21 and the 50. So we'll keep an eye on this. Don't have any, like, this is kind of like a support, loose support really, right? 90 cents off the 50-day, kind of right, all coinciding together. See that top and that bottom wick and the 50-day are all kind of right in that area. So I'd say 90 cents if we can hold that level for Algo. Looking okay. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. You guys can remember to hit the like button, help spread the message here. I know it's difficult to remember to hit the like on live streams sometimes, but go ahead. Switzerland. I want to go to Switzerland sometime soon. That's going to be one of my first world trips as soon as this bull market's over. Want to go start traveling the world with my family, and yeah, Switzerland's definitely on the list. Let's go look. Agent Punk says the 2-day. I can look at it. What are you looking at 2 days for? We got a 3-day. I can look at 2-day, but usually 3-day is a good indicator for tops. I look at 3-day for tops with my indicators, and it almost always predicts it perfect. I haven't done a custom one in a long time. If you guys don't know, you can go to TradingView and put in any range that you want. You just scroll down and type what you want, then you can add it. See that? I've had a lot of questions about how to use some things in TradingView as well, so if you guys need any pointers or whatever, I can help you out on the live streams. It's easier than anything. So the 2-day, yeah. I mean, it's kind of looking really ridiculous. We closed the candle below that moving average, but this doesn't have the same kind of a weight to it. But we did close above the 50, if you see that. I don't see anything too wrong with any coins yet, guys. There's no huge warning signs, so especially if we get Bitcoin just stabilized above the 21-day, we're good. If we look back at the Bitcoin back in here, let me show you here. If I can zoom in. This is kind of a similar move to what we had right here, right? So we had like a brief drop and then a big drop to right below the 21-day. It closed back up here, and we kind of played around with this for a few days. Then we pulled away from it, and then we retested it about 2 weeks later even. Again, before really getting crazy and out of hand. So maybe we got something like this on the cards. Now, if this happens, altcoins can start moving, but more than likely they'll probably just kind of hang around like they've been doing the past 24 hours. But then when Bitcoin starts moving back up again like this is when you have potential for altcoins to really surge. When you get some confidence that you're going to hold this out of Bitcoin and it's still bullish, then altcoins can really start cruising again, because this is when altcoins really started running again, after Bitcoin looked like it was going to be safe without doing any huge moves. When Bitcoin does a huge move up or the down, altcoins are usually on standby. So just look at this move versus this move. I know it's like a bigger move, but they're kind of similar. So we're going to watch this. You're going to have patience, because this could take another 24 hours. It could take another 15 days to see what Bitcoin's going to do. A lot of money in the markets now, though. ADA, we can pull ADA back up. ADA didn't get the drop memo. ADA's doing very well. I want to show you what I'm talking about for the... Look at this wick. How ridiculous this is. If you had some stop orders or stop loss orders, you would have got destroyed. There's a lot of people that got hammered yesterday. That's not a glitch. That's an actual wick. Some orders got filled back in here. Someone got rich yesterday. And someone got broke yesterday. Went down to 16 cents on Kraken. That's why I'm refusing to look at them. It's a little ridiculous. You go back to Binance, looking much more regular. So Cardano's still looking better than most. It's not really what I want to do, but there we go. Cardano hasn't even got to the 21-day yet, so we're still looking fine with that. Compound. I haven't done that one in a while. Same boat. Almost all the coins are either way up, not even tested their 21-day, or they're like stuck right in the middle of these 21 and 50 days. So Comp's got some serious volatility. Look at all these spikes. These wicks, I mean, the price has gone. There's traveled on these wicks, if you guys aren't aware of how that works. So the candle is where it closed, but like the wick is where the price traveled. So when you have a bunch of big wicks like these, the price is just rapidly going up and down. And these are daily candles. These are having huge volume up to the upside and downside buys and sells. So watch for this. This is kind of this has got to be one to not trade so much, because you could just get destroyed with these movements, in my opinion. All this is my opinion. It's not financial advice, so just do your own research. I'm trying to help. That's all I'm here for. Just trying to help. Let's get back out of the 2-day. Back to the daily for Link. Still doing good. We got all the way back up today. Earlier we were over $29 again. So, but we just couldn't. We couldn't break through that 21-day, because once you break these moving averages, guys, they will act as resistance when you go back up. So anything that acts as support will also act as resistance. It'll flip after you break through it. Yeah, Jesse, I would say that's pretty realistic. If I had to nail it down and make it as simple as possible, that's pretty simple. I would agree with that. Asian Punk, yeah, that's certainly something to consider. Historically, March has not been a great year for Bitcoin in particular, if you guys aren't aware, but we have more money in Bitcoin now than has ever been before. So usually the more money, the more capital that's in something, the less volatile it is, the less volatility you have. So I don't know. I wouldn't bank on it, because everyone knows about that. So it's kind of like if everyone knows about it, there's not going to really be a surprise. So it's not like it's already kind of priced in. I wouldn't put too much in it, if that's any help. Well, here's Bitcoin on the daily chart. If you zoom out, I mean, look at where we've been. So even if it takes, if say we're going to repeat something like this and we're right here, I mean, 20 days, and then look at the move that you had coming next. So if you're in this for the long term, then who cares what we do for the next few weeks or a month or whatever. Even if we go down a little bit more and Bitcoin comes back and tests, even if we test the 21-week, this is a bear market. We're not over. We're not going into a bear market. I think I misspoke there. We're in a bull market, not at a bear market. So this is not the end by any means. I don't think there's any professional that thinks we're now going back to a bear market. So even if we come back down and test this over the next couple weeks to a month, who cares? We're going to be seeing greener skies, greener pastures, bluer skies. Green sky might be weird. I don't know, Wizard of Oz or something like that, but no, blue skies. So just have a long-term mindset. Don't get too caught up on what we're going to do. Even if we test this way down here, by the time we do, if we test it in mid-March out in here, we could still be much higher. So this 21-day is going to still trend up, because if you're not aware that these moving averages come from candles, so it's taking the previous 21 weeks of candles, right? So we're going to start replacing like these candles back in here with these bigger candles. It'll continue to rise because it replaces like this one with this one, and then the next week it'll replace that one with this one. So when you start getting to these bigger candles up, these are really going to start moving up no matter what we're doing. So if that helps you, we could be at 40K by the time we test the 21 week. 40K is, last time I checked in January, people were pretty ecstatic with 40K. So just have the big picture in mind. Know that we're still in a bull market. It sucks to theoretically lose on paper a bunch of money, but it's still on paper. If you're in this until 2022 or whatever you're end goal is, you have to just sometimes take a back seat and just chill out. Look at the big picture. Know that we're more than likely going to go to higher highs as crypto as a whole. Altcoins are likely not done yet before Bitcoin even tests that 21 weeks, so who knows? I knew I was going to get somebody that said something about the green sky. we bypassed the moon. We're in all different planets. Green skies. Yeah, if you guys aren't aware, Link put out some Sergey released some good news today about Chainlink. I put it in my Telegram. If you guys are new here, subscribe to us on Telegram. It's free. You can just follow us. I got the link in the description below here now. I posted that there and on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Post some different stuff there time to time. And on Telegram, I usually post a couple different charts that I don't post anywhere else. I think this bull market will last minimum another year. If I had to narrow it down, door number 1, 2, 3, I would say 18 months. Roughly, give or take a few months. I don't think we're going to end at the end of this year or October or whatever, like the majority of people are saying. But we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Because everyone, a week ago thought we were going to 100,000 by July. There's not many people saying that now. And that's a good sign, guys. If we were gonna hit the 100K by July or whatever, that would be bad, because then you're probably going to enter a bear market in the coming months. So that's because when you start having those huge moves to the upside, you're usually going to have a much bigger correction. So for Bitcoin to take its time and have these little pullbacks like this every now and again, that's awesome. That means Bitcoin could go much higher. The longer it takes to get there to the peak of this bull market, the higher it can go. So some people don't realize that either. If it were to peak now in the next few months, it's not going to go much over 80K to 100K. If it takes another year or 2 years to do that, it could hit a quarter million. Good, easy. So just keep that in mind. The longer it takes us to get there, the slower the grind up, the bigger of a blow off top you can have. So the longer it takes, the better, in my opinion. What's up, guys? Welcome in. Yeah, I think Ethereum could eventually hit 20,000. I don't know about this market cycle, but within the next 5 years, I don't see that being a problem. What else? Everything's kind of just hanging around. We definitely want to hold these 50-day moving averages for all our coins. So with Link, it's at roughly $25 now. Comp we just looked at, $355. Ethereum, $14.88. If we start breaking these, then you guessed it, we're going to be going down to this area. And if Bitcoin decides to test this 21 week sooner than later, the other coins will have a much harsher correction than we've already had. But I don't really see that happening quite yet. I'm hoping, or what we should all be hoping for, is something like this just to happen. Just like we had in early January. We just have a brief down and then a back up again. If you remember, this is where altcoins started exploding. Early January, after Bitcoin cooled off from these huge moves. So if this is what we're going to see again, that would be great news. So that's what we're hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I'm hoping we just have a brief retest. You know, just a cool off phase down on here, mid 40s, with range between 40 and 50, and then altcoins can have another go at it. Dot, we can go look at Dot. I don't remember what that number was. Well, Polkadot. Yeah, I forgot. Polkadot's not even got the memo that we're really dropping yet, so it's still above its 21 day, so it's still looking okay. So the level right now to hold is about 29. But if it goes down there sharply, it'd be about $29. But you can see over there on the left and the yellow there. That'll change with time as we move down and on the daily chart. So we'll watch that for Dot. But it hasn't even got down to the 21 day, kind of like Cardano right now. So watch both of those. Do you want to say hi?
Yeah.
My daughter wants to say hi real quick. Come here. Right there. Lean in.
Right here?
Yep. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. He'll be there in a second.
Why isn't it showing? Oh, there it is. Hi.
All right. Really good one. Will you shut the door?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, she's loaded up. I got her an account. It's in my name, obviously, but she's loaded up on some Link too. She's got some Ethereum, and she should be doing good in a couple of years. I got a son too. He's 6. He's been on a couple of my past streams too, if you guys are new. But they like coming in time to time. Only on my live streams they like jumping in. All right, what else we got? Also with Bitcoin, we don't want to, on this weekly chart, we don't want to close below this one because that'll be a bearish engulfing candle. And that usually is not a good sign. So pay attention to that. We want to close higher than, at like where we are now or higher, we'll be okay. If we close, say 48-ish, that's technically not a good sign. So we're going to keep an eye on this for Bitcoin. What?
Carson wants to say hi.
Carson, you want to come in too?
Yeah.
Come here, bud.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm here by myself right now. My wife's not here yet. No. So this is him. It's on a little delay. There you are. I think they got you now. There you go. All right. You got 40 people watching you now.
Huh?
Okay. Go. Okay, go out. Let me do some stuff. Mom will be here soon. Out. Shut the door.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's crazy. Shut the door. Go away. They're not going to leave me alone. All right. We might have 5 minutes. All right. So yeah, the bearish engulfing. Watch for those. Ethereum. Yep, we're still waiting for this. This is an indecision candle as of right now. See, we got a wick on the top, and it's about the same as the bottom. That's the bulls and the bears fighting, and we don't know who's going to win yet. So if it closes like that, you're still almost like a 50-50 flip on what the next candle is going to be. So it's not really a good or a bad sign if we close like this. So we will see. Mana, we can go look at Mana. Cam, you asked about Mana a lot. Same. Mana's looking just like the majority of coins, stuck between the 21 and 50. If we go down, our next level to watch is about 21 cents, right down here, the green line. And if we go up, we have to break through 26, 27, really. So a lot of coins have battled up today to try to hit their break back through the 21 day, and so far none of them have done it. Link tried as well, as you can see here. It got right to it. Not a great sign so far. You can look at Matic. Maybe if I can type it in. Matic's looking good, just like Cardano and DOT are both well above their 21 day. Matic's still above its 21 day. Still looking fine. No cause for concern at this at all yet. I mean, it did come down to the 21 day, but it boosted back out of there pretty quick. I've been asked by a lot of people what happened with the market crash, and nobody really knows. There's nobody that predicted this coming, and it doesn't really matter why. You got to be prepared to go up or down at all times. So if we're bullish for previous 6 months and then we go down, you got to get ready to go bearish, and you got to look for the next levels. You can't always be on one side. You got to look at both sides of the coin at any time. So when you look at, I get that. That's probably my number one question. When should I go in on a coin? So that's such a loaded question, because it depends on your length of outlook, how long you want to hold it, what your goals are, how much cash you have, how much you're going to need in a year or 6 months or whatever your goal is. And then also, you don't want to be buying on specific prices or selling at specific prices. You want to buy more off of technicals and indicators. If that's as simple as I could pretty much get it. So this is Bitcoin on the 5-minute chart. Clearly still needing help. Until we go below 48.5 though, still okay. So on any chart, you just want to make, your lows and then make higher lows. You don't want to start making a lower low and then lower lows. So far we're just kind of trending kind of sideways for the past, since probably about this time yesterday, right? Haven't really done much in price action, just kind of chop. So we'll keep it on here while we're answering questions. I have not done Tezos. We can do Tezos. Tezos not looking the best for just technicals. This is the first coin we've looked at that the 50-day has been not only touched, but it's potentially going to be closed on today. This needs to definitely close above 354 in 3 hours from now. Watch for that. If we close down lower, I don't know if you're looking to sell or looking to buy. If you're looking to buy, I think you're probably closer to a buy level than a sell level. Your sell levels are up in here. You generally don't want to be selling after many big red candles, because the price can reverse on you real quick. But you are getting down to a nice kind of a floor level here. See, your 200-day moving average is also relatively close to your previous all-time high back in here. So those are usually, when those coincide, that's pretty good sign. And then also look at the level here. See all these candles kind of flattening out, right? If I hover my cursor over the 200-day level, you can see that kind of invisible line there, right? So let's see. Let's see if I can show you if you're not following here. Well, let's try this again. See that level? Right at the 200-day moving average. Had some interaction with all-time high. Had it again here as resistance. Kind of broke above it. Still played around this with this level for almost the whole month of January before finally breaking out and leaving that in the dust. So if that comes back down to this level, that could be a good buy opportunity, not sell opportunity, in my opinion. Not financial advice. You can do what you want. If you want to flip coins or whatever, or get out of this and get something else, but that would be a decent area to buy, in my opinion, if it goes down that low. Again, if it closes below 353 today. We start closing down in here, then we probably go into here. Could be another decent buy. You can stagger your buys, so you buy like a little at each level and buy more as it drops lower, because you're likely approaching the floor, right? So your bigger buys would be the lower. So if you buy like, say, 1x here, you'd buy 2x here and 3x here. If that makes sense to anybody. Yeah, if you're looking to hold your chain link or stellar lumens for 5 years, you have no worries, man. You're gonna laugh at these prices in 5 years, I promise. Let's see, AMP. I can look at AMP for Cam. If you guys prefer an exchange, just let me know when you request a coin. AMP, a lot of sideways chop. It's not even gotten to liftoff yet, so still waiting around for AMP. I can't recommend anything on this one. Not a whole lot to go off of. It's just kind of gone, just chopped sideways up and down. But it looks like we're kind of at the low point, right? I can put any coin against Bitcoin or US dollar. You just got to let me know what you want. I can't read your mind. Most people want their coins against the US dollar because they hold US dollars. So if you want your coin against Bitcoin or whatever, just let me know. RSR is kind of looking like Tezos just was, right? Coming down, you can see a lot of consolidation and sideways chop around these levels. So if this can hold, that's pretty good. It's already hit its 100-day moving average. So we'd want to see RSR. Now it already closed one candle under it yesterday. So unless this can close back above about 4.5 cents, more than likely going down to about, almost 3.5 cents. And then that looks like a decent floor for you. See all the interaction in the bottoms. Yeah, you have a lot of wicks, but it's just a decent level. I mean, you gotta. If you break this, in my opinion, that'd be bad. You don't want to go under 3.5 cents on this coin. Dot. I think we've done dot a couple times, but we can do it again. Dot's still looking good. It hasn't even visited the 21 day yet. So this is like, this guy's like all the people in the class that cause problems. That's not it yet. Dot's well behaved so far. Yeah, in bull markets, I usually just trade between. I get this question a lot too. If I trade between like US dollar or USDC versus trading to Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, in bull markets, unless we've had a super run up, kind of like we just did, but in bull markets, for the most part, I personally just trade between coins and try to maximize my profits between each coin. So I'll sell Ethereum to Bitcoin or Bitcoin to Ethereum, or link to Ethereum or link to Bitcoin based on whatever. Because in a bull market, you're usually not going to have huge corrections that you're going to need to hold US dollars on the sidelines for months or whatever on end. In bear markets, I usually just sell to USD because you could be waiting prolonged periods of time for your coins to kind of flip around. So if that makes sense. Alex, my top 5 are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano. Outside of that, it kind of moves around a little bit. Yeah, like that's definitely a good majority of my portfolio, those guys. I held a little bit in some others, but it's probably not even 10% of the rest of my portfolio of the other coins. So yeah, we did VeChain. You can go back and look at that, or I'll do it in a minute if I have some time. Ren. Ren still it's one of this is kind of a unique one, right? Because most coins are either well up here or down in here already. Ren's kind of flirting with the 21 day. So $7, if we can close above that and continue to hold a 21 day, it's looking okay for now. It's healthy to get these retests, but look back in this for Ren. It hit it and then it came right back out of it and then started going off again. So Ren likes to test the 21 day. Look at this, almost tested it, came back up again, tested it again. Big jump up, big jump down. Now, hopefully it can hold this above there. So far, it's done a pretty good job. Look at how many times it's tested this. One here, one here, one here, here again. Still has not broken that with a candle, so that's good. Looking okay for there. Link Bitcoin. Let's go to Binance is better. It's got bigger history. So this is what we talked about earlier with Link Bitcoin. We already talked about Link Bitcoin, but this is kind of like an actual market cycle. If you know the market cycle, it's like to the T of a market cycle. If you have your big blow off top and then you have your despair mode down here. If you get below your median line, then you flirt around with that and try to catch it. We haven't held it yet, so we have to get back above this line. This is kind of our median average price against Bitcoin, and this is kind of like the bubble up. So once Chainlink does this again, hopefully around this year, if we can have another takeoff against Bitcoin, if we get this high above our moving average again against Bitcoin, Link will easily be over $100 at this level. This is at $20 if you remember last time this happened. When Link made this move against Bitcoin, this was about $20. If it does something similar like this again, it'd be well over 100, given where Bitcoin is now. I think Link could, as long as we don't have any kind of more black swan events or coronavirus part 72, then I can see if everything goes halfway normal, Link could still get to $100 this year, theoretically. Well, Link was, yeah, well, so a lot of people think that Link was underperforming, but I mean, it did do like a 3x since January, so that's not terrible. And it was the best performing altcoin of 2020. Went up like 543%, I believe. Dr. Wells, I don't have any, I can't tell you if you should buy FTM. We can look at it real quick. I'll never tell you guys whether to buy or sell. I'll never blatant. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. This caught me off guard a little bit. So Phantom is looking like a ninja or a phantom. That's pretty insane. So we were just in this phase for many coins, and we saw what they did, right? A lot of people regret not taking profits. But you can do what you want with this. But this is a heck of a move. It is, even with all the other coins doing this, it's currently up 131% just today, if I'm actually reading that right. 131% above the moving average, excuse me. So it's doing very well. It's up 33% today, though. And it's, when everything else is going down, that's looking awesome. But usually your time to buy is in here. You don't want to chase a big run-up like that, usually. Smart money is not doing that. Smart money does not buy these candles. Yeah, Able Body Nutrition says this reminds me of the end of the bull run in 17. Yeah, it has similarity feelings, but there's nowhere close to the same euphoric feeling market-wide as back then, in my opinion. I was around for that too, and it was like you're making 40-50% gains a week for weeks on end. We haven't done that yet. Until everybody that you've ever met is buying Bitcoin. Like, we're not done. We haven't seen nothing yet. This is not the blow off tops. When we have a blow off top this time, you guys are gonna, I don't know how much money your portfolios have now, but they'll have a lot more in it. You'll think it'll keep going up, and that's when it gets you. But let this lesson be a lesson to you guys this time, right now. When all this was happening, nobody thought we were gonna just do these drops. They'll come out of nowhere. And when we get a blow off top, like back in 2017, 2018, it's going to seem the same, but 10 times worse for you. When this happened, everyone thought this was going to $100,000. So when we get to 100,000, everyone will think it's going to $1 million or 200,000. Who knows where the blow off top is, but I'm telling you, this is not it. Yeah, Raven coin. This is the weekly. Let's go to the daily. Raven's still looking well behaved too. So Raven and Cardano and Dot are all the perfect straight A students so far. Nothing too concerning with them. They're still well above their 21 days. Still looking okay. We still got I mean, their 21 day, Ravens 21 day is 11 cents, so quite a ways to go down. Looking pretty good. Looking like almost like a bull flag, right? Pull up, simmer down. You got a straight edge across the bottom here. If we can close here and not go any lower, that's looking good. Ravens looking solid. All right, well, we've been going for an hour. We got 40 people, so it's not too bad. I think our last live stream we got over 150 people, so not quite as good. But we're at an odd time of day, so Matic, someone requested Matic earlier, Ethereum. So Ethereum's been going down the last few minutes, but 1600 for the daily. For Ethereum, we want to hold just shy of 1500, 1489 currently. We need to get back above our 21-day moving averages, whatever moving averages your guys' coins are at right now, besides Phantom, because it doesn't know what moving averages are. But like with Link, we got to get back above, $29, $29.50. If we keep crashing, then Bitcoin's obviously crashing. So we want Bitcoin to hold its current moving averages and just simmer out. Bitcoin can just hold around the 21-day and then slowly move back up again. Then altcoins can run. Until that happens, we're kind of on hold. You see back in here, we had 4 days of red candles. We've only had 2 so far, so don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But if we look at the weekly, like I said before earlier in the live stream, we're hoping for something like this. This is when altcoins started moving again, if you recall, early January, after Bitcoin had its run up and then cooled off again. That's when altcoins run, because people pull their money out of Bitcoin and put it into altcoins. That's how alt seasons work. So, but it's still very bullish up here. So people are confident that Bitcoin is going to remain bullish after you get another green candle going back up and just stabilizing. That's what we want to hope for here. So even if it lasts for another week, go down a little bit more, mid 40s, who cares? Long term, this is looking good. Bitcoin on a log scale, going back to 2015. So 6 years right there. Goes up, just like a wave in the ocean. We're still good. You can't expect this to go up forever. This is a blow off top. This is the end of the bull run right here. We started the bull run way back here. So maybe we're in this section, maybe we're in this section. But I do think cycles are lengthening. So I do not see this ending in the next 6 months or whatever, like a lot of people think. I don't think this is going to happen again this fast. I think we could be back in these areas with lengthening cycles. So I'm still looking at least 12 to 18 months out before we get into this zone here. When we get into this zone and your portfolios are like doubling every week for weeks on end, then you're good. Look, these are weekly candles. So from September to December, you did basically nothing but straight up. You had 1 week of a pullback. So when that happens, it's going to be nuts. So hopefully we're around like 100K right in here for our last test, and then we can just have liftoff. And maybe we double that. So we were at 4,600 and went to 20K. That's almost a 4x, right? So keep that in mind. If we're already at 50K, and we're down here somewhere. Maybe we get to 100 here, or a little bit higher, and then 4x again, or 3x. I mean, get to 300K in a matter of 8 to 10 weeks. Can get crazy. And if Bitcoin does that, altcoins are coming right behind it. So if we get like Ethereum at like 2,000 or 3,000 in this area, by the time it does its final move, we could get over 10,000. Chainlink, if we get to $100 by the time Bitcoin's pulling its final move, $200. Look for, 3 or 4x from that as well. So just going to depend on that. But I'll be here making videos. Follow us along. So if you want XLM, look at that. XLM still flirting with its 50-day, but so far it's got to bounce off of that. So current price is looking okay. We just don't want to break 36 and 36 and a half there. See that level? As long as we're above that, we're still good. Atom. I don't think we've looked at Atom yet. Atom's looking okay. Still not to the 21-day, but what we definitely want to see, look at all these red. If you go to Vegas and you see 8 reds in a row, sooner or later you're going to get a black, right? So hopefully we're due for a green bounce here, about 1850, currently 1950, but maybe we can get a bounce off this 20-day and start moving back again. So far, no cause for concern. Until you break your 21-day, you're still okay. Keep an eye on that, though. Gift card, what are we drawing here? We drawing pictures, doing stamps. We got a plane and a runway. Takeoff. Plane going down. Yeah, I really just stick to my top 5. I don't really look at a whole lot else. Maybe I will someday, but I just kind of have my focus on my bigger coins, and I can make enough off of that rather than just trying to get the flavor of the month or the week or whatever. So it's not like if I don't like if I don't mention your coin, it's not that I don't like it. It's just I just kind of stick to my top 5, and that's about it. So we do. I can look at New Cipher if you want, or AAVE, or we can look at AAVE. I've done some AAVE videos if you guys want to look at those. I don't think I've done a New Cipher one yet, but I can do that maybe. AAVE's right around its 50-day as well. So 335 level. We're going to hold that for support. It's 50-day. I do think ADA is going to do very well in this market cycle. As far as a top in 2021, I don't really know. I haven't looked. It's kind of what 140 is like price discovery for ADA. So who knows? Cardano could. I expect Cardano to be at all-time highs this year for sure. So it could easily go several dollars. So. Dr. Wells wants a FDM video. Or did I just draw 19 green candles? My top 5 are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano. I don't really do leveraging. I don't do leverage trading. I'm not going to give advice on how to do that. Jared, you're in luck. I haven't done GRT or Uni yet, so we can do those anyway. So Uni's still looking good. We're on the daily chart, so it hasn't even done its 21-day test yet. A couple coins are like this. Cardano's like this. Polkadot, still looking good. Call it the good kids in class. I think the worst kid in class, the bad behavior right now, is Tezos. Tezos has already tested its 100-day moving average down here. But Uni's looking okay. So we want to hold about the $22 level for Uni. So far, so good. And then GRT was your other one, I believe. See, now we're getting some mixed emotions with this one, but it's trying to make a comeback here. Even though it broke it and closed here yesterday, GRT is making a fight. So if it closes back here, you're okay. You just don't want to have the consecutive candles closing. Otherwise, that's like a confirmation of your break. So this one wicked to it, but closed back up here. This one wicked down to it and closed just below it. But there's a lot of coins that have one red candle close just below it. Then the next day is the important day, which so far is so good. So if it closes over $1.75, we're still good on GRT, from technically speaking. Yeah, I think AAVE could easily go $1,000 this year. That's definitely possible. If everything goes back up again, which I do think it's going to happen. We're not done. We're not going into a bear market now. But who knows how long it'll take to come out of this. It's going to depend on Bitcoin. I'm going to look at that again. We're looking, if you just joined us, we're looking for Bitcoin to have another one of these moves. Just like a brief pullback, some cooling off time, and then this is where alts started moving again. After Bitcoin makes a bullish move up and then cools down, early January is when alts really started soaring. So this is what we want again. Even if it has another week, or if it just starts going slowly back up again like this, altcoins will be back on, and everyone will be excited again. It can happen just as fast as light flashes. I think out of Ether, we'll at least see, mid 2s to 3K by Ethereum minimum this year. Not like the cycle. The end of the cycle could go much higher, but all right. Still got 39 people, 49 likes. Thanks for guys for liking. Try my microphone in front. Sorry if that's kind of distracting. I'm sure you can see it right here, but I feel like it sounds better. So that's Bitcoin. We can go back and look at links. Kind of moving back down again. Link got to 29 earlier today, if you guys weren't aware. It tried to get back above its 21 day and kind of got pretty harshly rejected there. So we're back down to 27 almost now. So for Link, we got to hold the 25 level today, which hopefully we got a good chance of that. We're about 2.5 hours away from the close of day, which happens at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can see the countdown, the clock down here, UTC. It's just so Skippy asks, is it big money that moves Bitcoin and gathers to push it fast one or the other? So it's usually what would start it, in my opinion. Not a lot of people think differently on this, but in my opinion, whales start it, but then all the stop losses and the automatic orders that get filled is what makes it really drop. So maybe a whale starts it right here and sells like $1 billion, or a couple whales get in on it and sell. But then people that have stop losses around these areas, it gets triggered, and that's what causes these catastrophic waterfalls, and then everyone panics. So when you get these kind of moves the first time, this is like stop losses being triggered, and then people buy this up, but then other people are like trying to jump off the train as it comes back up. These are mostly panicked people and new people that are selling on these big ones. Now, whales do tend to start it, in my opinion. So if that helps you guys. But this is not whale selling. This is emotional, panicked people selling. These are usually like the automatic orders getting filled. Which is why Kraken got that scam wick, if you weren't aware. Have you guys seen ADA on Kraken? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. ADA on Kraken went to 15 cents. This is because there's orders out there on Kraken's computers that caused all this, that orders were getting filled, selling down, and it just creates so much momentum to the downside. And then you got some whale down here had a huge order at the 200-day moving average. A lot of people put orders down here. I have orders on many coins down to 200-day moving average in case of this. Now, I wasn't lucky enough to have any on Kraken, but buy orders on Kraken are probably a good thing to have. I might consider that in the future, but sell stop orders on Kraken, I would never do, because you just got destroyed yesterday doing this. So, yeah, never putting stop losses on Kraken. Look at that wick. 15 cents? Now it's at $1. There's whales got rich off of that one. A lot of the little guys got destroyed. I think I read some hedge fund get lost like $40 billion on that move, on that trade yesterday. Yeah, link on that daily trend line that I had drawn the other day. I assume that's what you're talking about, Matthew. Yeah, that's we've broken that trend now. So we're out of the link uptrend, and now we're looking for support. So it doesn't mean we have to go down indefinitely, but our next support line is $25 right here on the 50-day. You can see we battled back up and try to break back through that 21-day earlier today at 29, just over 29, but we got rejected, and now we're back down here. So this could take a while. Bitcoin needs to cool off and then hold, just kind of like a dog, and sit, go to sleep, don't do much of nothing. If Bitcoin just sits and plays dead, then altcoins can have another rally back up. But that could take a few days to another week, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm still bullish on Link. I have a majority of my portfolio in Link, so I've not sold any. I think this is just short term. If you're long term into crypto, then this is not a cause for concern. We're not flipping bearish. We're not going to a bear market next week. This is temporary, so however long it is, we just gotta hit the snooze button until March or whatever. If you're trying to make money in crypto on the short term, this is the wrong. You're gonna get destroyed. Especially if you're new. The newer you are, the less trading you want to do from a professional standpoint. Yes, I have Ethereum. So 90% of my portfolio is in my top 5: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano. Then 10% is what I generally use for, outside of that. For speculative coins, they're still in the top like 40, 50. I don't do any wild guesses coins or new coins, flavors of the month, so to speak, or I don't do that, but the dangerous part about selling in these days. It's not at these times, rather. It's not that the prices aren't going to go lower. It's that it's going to be too difficult to know when to buy again. And prices can just wick out of here and never, if you sell like down here, yeah, it went lower, but you didn't buy any back. You're not going to be able to know when to buy back. In a bull market, prices can flip on a dime and leave you in the dust, and you could be in trouble. I've done it. I used to do it all the time as a beginning trader. I lost a lot of money starting out, so that's the issue. It's not that prices aren't going to go lower. It's that you can't put a buy order in at the perfect level to get back in. That's the issue. So let that be a lesson for you. Andrew said, what's the biggest mistake you made starting out? Just over trading, trading based on emotions. If you trade based on a news article you read, or what your friend says, or what 19 people on Twitter are saying, or what you just feel, you have a gut feeling that this is going to happen, that's the fastest way to lose money. So that's what I did. Dogecoin is in my opinion overhyped. It's a joke. It was created as a joke. You can look it up on, go to Coin Market Cap or type it on Google. Dogecoin on Wikipedia. It was literally created as a joke. Nothing else. You can still make money off of jokes, and a lot of people make money off of it, but do you really want to try to make money off of something that's created out of humor? Best thing with Dogecoin is they make cool mouse pads. Got my Dogecoin mouse pad. That's the only thing I've got invested for Doge. So you guys like that. EOS. I don't have any really thoughts on EOS. I can go look at it though. Like I said, I usually try not to give many opinions, or no opinions really, if I don't have a personal investment in it. And it's not, like I said before, it's not because I don't like it or anything like that. I just kind of stick to my top 5 and just trade those. I'd rather know those 5 coins inside and out rather than a little bit about 30 or 40 coins, you know? Usually the most successful traders are hyper-focused on a few coins. So EOS is rapidly approaching critical support at, where are we at? 370, 373, 72. We're right there. So we want to see this hold. Could see this on the stream. This is EOS on the 5 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's get real crazy. 1 minute can be, you can have heart attacks in 1 minute. Everything looks over dramatic. Thanks, Lazaro. Trying to help everybody as much as I can. I just started making videos, late December, like right around Christmas time. But yeah, we've been growing pretty fast. I mean, it took me about a month to get 1,000 people, and then just the past like 2 weeks, I've gotten like 2,000. So hopefully we continue to grow. I'll go over to, what was the BNT? Well, we get moving averages. Let's see if we can get something better. There we go. So this is on the daily. We're still well above the 21-day 432. Way down here. Still one of the good kids in class, not misbehaving. But we want to watch this. If we start moving down, your next level of support really is just 430-ish. So far, so good, though. Bitcoin on the minute. Yeah, it took me like forever to... Joe said he's been following me since about 2K. It took me forever to get even like 50 followers. It took me like a couple weeks to get even 50 subscribers. And probably the first month I didn't even get 300. Now we're at almost 4,000 within a month after that. So far it's working. Now when prices are going down, nobody watches videos. It's amazing. Like before the prices started going down, I was getting like 5,000 views a day on some of my videos, and now I think Monday after the price drop, I got like 400 views. It's like 10x less views. Nobody cares. Which is when this is the times where you should care. Anybody can make money in a bull market. You just close your eyes and pick a coin, you're gonna make money. This is when you learn. So for people watching trying to learn now, this is when you try to learn. That's when I change. That's when I changed from dumb money to smart money, is from the last bear market, 2018. Made a lot of mistakes 2017 over trading. So invest in yourself and your mind and first, and you can set yourself up for a lifetime of success. So what I'm using right now is TradingView. You guys don't know. Yeah, Austin. That's kind of the reason I created my channel too. There's so many people that are just like moonshot 30. The Bitcoin's going to 7 million tomorrow. Ethereum at 27,000 by next month. That's why I started my channel, because that's the surefire way to get new people destroyed. Yeah, it's cool to think that, and yeah, you get more clicks, and that's why some of those big guys are big, because everybody loves the promise of $1 million for no effort and get rich quick stuff. Yeah, that's cool. And crypto is probably the fastest way to get rich, but it's also the fastest way to get destroyed, as the past few days has woken some people up. So that's just my take on it. So Joe's asking me what my top 5 is. What, the top 5 coins or the top 5 what? The laser eyes on Twitter the past few days driving me crazy. Yeah, thanks for the nice words, guys. Appreciate it. That keeps me coming back. I'm still kind of a small channel, but hopefully we get big enough to where I can help more people, and hopefully maybe this correction will help. But I mean, it's tough making these videos. Videos take hours to make each, to edit and all that stuff, and it's tough when I spend that time for free and like nobody watches them. But whatever. Don't have a whole lot of stocks. I used to. I'm a big fan of Tesla. Their stock's done very well. I appreciate it, Sophie. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for all the nice words. Yeah, I'll keep making videos. All right, link's indecision. We need to get moving, but like you guys got to be prepared for another few weeks of this crap. Link could just simmer. Oof, it does not look great for Link, but for Bitcoin, just going back out. If you just joined us or need to hear it again, be prepared for this type of move. If it takes another week of a down and we just hang around 40 to 45 for Bitcoin, and then you see us start moving back up again, altcoins can take off very quick, which is exactly what they did back here. As soon as Bitcoin started doing this and bouncing back up here, this is when altcoins will take off on a dime, and you're going to get left in the dust if you sell, if you don't have your bags ready and packed. I do not think we are done yet with the alt moves. I don't think Ethereum's going to give up that easily. I think Ethereum's going to get the last laugh here. Let's see. Where did Coinbase go? There we go. So we're going to watch for Ethereum. Ethereum, I think, could hopefully get another move going. Let me take this. I'll put it back on auto here. So if we get a move going back out of this, we have like another V correction. See this move here, how we had a retest of the 20. Now we're down below this now. So yeah, that's not quite the same as this. But if we get something like this, that would be ideal. We bounce back out of this, and then we can hold our 21-day of support again. Start moving back up. Which I see that happening unless Bitcoin is going to test the 21 week now. That could happen. You got to be ready for that, but we're just going to hope that that doesn't happen. Nobody knows what's coming next. Anybody that says they know what's going to happen next is lying. You can see, where was it? There's 100,000 Bitcoin. It doesn't look that far away, does it? So even from now, well, if I get the right tool out. We're just a 2x away, 100%. We know Bitcoin can do that. So 100K doesn't look that nuts from here. 100K, in last November seemed a little ridiculous. We got to remember, a lot of people thought we were going to get rejected from 20K and go back down. If you remember back then, everyone thought we were going to hit 20K, then go back down and retest the 21 week before continuing, and we just canceled those plans. So nobody knows what's going to happen. Hopefully we get another stare down like this and then continue. This would be great. Big run up, little break, big run up, little break, big run up, little break. It'd be nice to just continue this. And if you want some more hopium for why I think that could happen, as I tweeted, or not tweeted, but if you follow us in Telegram, I was posting this last night. This is some good news for crypto. So I highlighted this on the daily, where the US dollar is getting rejected from here, but the bigger time frames you go, this is what I was putting on. We just had a weekly death cross back in November, and since then, the United States dollar has not been able to get back above its 21 week. That is good news for cryptocurrency. And if we can continue to move down here, this is our local low for the US dollar at 88. If we break this, crypto will explode because you're trading Bitcoin versus the dollar, Ethereum versus the dollar. This is where you're going to get big moves. If you look back, when did crypto start booming again? March, after we got the spike up for the stimulus and all that crap, and then realized that money printing is not good for the dollar. People wake up. That's when it goes down, and this is when the dollar goes down. It gives release on crypto to go wild. So zooming out, this is huge. Look at these timetables down here, guys. This is the past decade. We haven't been this low in a long time. So if we break this, that's our, see back over here, this is our local high coinciding with our local low back up in here now. 3 years since we hit this, almost to the day, right? February 12th, 2018, made it a low. If we can break 88, crypto will have, basically the prison cell will be unlocked for crypto. So it's up to crypto if it wants to escape the jail cell and go cause havoc. So that's what we're looking at for big picture trends. Not many people talking about this right now. And you want to get even big picture? Check this out. If you're new, you're going to like this. If you're not new, you've probably heard me say this. So back in here, this is on a monthly chart for the DXY. We had the 21-month cross the 50-month average just 18 years ago. 18 years ago was the last time this happened. Look what we're doing right now. We just crossed again. 18 years ago since we did this. And it is currently below the 200-month moving average. That's over 16 years moving average. It's below that for the first time since way back over here. After it had this crash. After this cross. If this happens again and we do another one of these moves, yeah, Bitcoin can be several $100,000 in the next couple of years. This is what would cause it. So there's some food for thought for you. You can talk about big picture. About 20 years of a big picture. $18 years since we've had a cross with the dollar. The dollar loses strength and loses its ass here, and we break 88. You can bet we're dropping down here. And if the dollar is at 80, you can bet crypto is mooning. Literal. We could see some blast offs here. So we haven't seen nothing yet. All these moves we've seen out of Bitcoin has been from this move. This little downwards move here. Imagine from this, if this plays out again and the dollar just collapses. Called revolution. That's what that would be called. So back to the shorter time frames and the crypto. Put it on auto helps. So that's where we're at. Need some water after that one. Jesse says, what is the best exchange to use in the US? So I have a couple different ones I use, so it's kind of personal preference. I use Binance, I use Coinbase Pro, primarily, that's my primary one, Coinbase Pro, and Femex, whatever you want to pronounce it, I use that as well. Now I use Femex for my Cardano because Coinbase Pro doesn't have Cardano yet. That should be coming. But Coinbase and Coinbase Pro are night and day different, so don't confuse those two. Coinbase Pro has very low fees compared to Coinbase. Now, for onboarding, for new people, Coinbase it's easy. So usually for people starting out, if you don't have much money and you just want to, get into crypto, I recommend Coinbase just for the ease of use, and that's it. But fees, if you're going to be trading or selling, Coinbase will destroy your stack, especially if it's low stack to get in. Like, there's so many fees on Coinbase. So Coinbase Pro, my primary. Binance I use. They have a lot of, altcoins that Coinbase Pro doesn't use. And then Femex, I just like because they don't really have any fees. You should pay like a monthly fee, and then you can trade as much as you want for free. So that's cool. But as far as trustworthiness, I tend to, just my personal preference, Coinbase Pro. Yeah, Lazaro, that was an 88, sure, but that was on a monthly chart we were looking at, so it could take some time. Especially with the stimulus now, it might take another year. So you gotta be calm. That's not like that's gonna happen tomorrow, but it could. You never know. But yeah, that DXY we were looking at, that was, as soon as it breaks that level on any scale, 88, we should be good. But I'm just saying it could take a long time because each candle here that we're looking at is a month. February, January, December. You can see this is when Bitcoin started taking off. Bitcoin went from 20,000 to 40,000 just right here. Keep that in mind. That's a paltry move. Nothing. This is what we want to see. If we can get the dollar sliding down the mountain again, skiing the Swiss Alps, then perhaps we can all buy houses in the Swiss Alps. VeChain's in my top 15 coins, so VeChain's on my radar. I own some VeChain. Generally, not financial advice, whatever, but generally it's a good idea to hold a few coins in a new bull market because there's no psychological price restrictions in people's heads like Polkadot, like Chainlink. Chainlink and Polkadot I've never seen a bull market. Link did a 10x in a theoretical bear market. So just keep that in your head. Polkadot is doing very well so far. I think Polkadot and Chainlink, Cardano, those three will be big hitters this market cycle. So if I sell, I usually sell to USDC. So just because I can get interest on it, you guys know you can get interest on US dollar coin. Plus it's decentralized. So if you don't want to hold USD, it's pegged to the dollar, but technically it's not USD. I don't really have an opinion on crypto.com. I know CRO's doing it. I get notifications that goes up and down a lot, but yeah, I just don't. If I don't hold it, I just don't give an opinion. It's not that I don't like it or anything, but Austin, which altcoins do you think are going to be around for a while, not fizzle out after the bull market? I can't really. It's hard to really say that specific answer, but I can tell you that I feel that after this bull market and after we bottom out the next bear market and 3 years or whatever that happens, the bottom of the next bear market, I think about at least 80% of altcoins will die forever. And I think it's going to be harder going into the next bull market and 3 or 4 or 5 years, whatever. There won't be coins starting out as easily as the rest of the market because you're going to have $1 trillion market caps on a lot of these coins, and it's just it'll be much more well established going into the next bull market. And I think right now there's over 8,500 coins. I think you're going to see about 1,000 or less, at most 1,000, going into the next bull market. So that's a lot of projects that are going to die and get hammered. Yeah, Kraken's probably okay. I know a lot of people use Kraken. I have nothing against Kraken. Just stop losses after what happened yesterday. I would definitely not recommend. they will get triggered with the slight drop, it seems like. Yeah, I don't see any problems with Kraken. I've never heard anything too bad on them, so no issues with Kraken. It's not like I avoid them on purpose or anything. I just never got around to. I just found some exchanges that work, so I just use those. It's like, why, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So that's kind of my feelings with Kraken. So I just never got around to trying it out, really. I just found stuff that worked for me and kept to it. Bitcoin is on the minute chart, so don't freak out. So there's our kind of our local low for Bitcoin for the minute chart. We're going to stay above that. Well, we've been on for almost 2 hours now. We'll probably go for a little bit longer, and then I'll probably call it. 2 hours is kind of my general limit for live streams. Hang on, I'm up in my in my office on my second floor. I can shut the window. A lot of neighbors are coming out right now. Hang on. All right, there we go. All the neighbors come out at like, right before 5 and start talking and jibber jabbering. So damn Skippy says, if you were new with a couple grand to invest, with what approach would you use to double it? Would Bitcoin be your thing, or a solid coin with moon potential? So for new people, I would definitely, just my opinion, not financial advice. You can do what you want, but in my opinion, it's best to invest in some of the more solid projects to begin with. You don't want to get, you could play like a gamble, and you could maybe 4x your money with an off flavor of the day coin, but you could also lose it instantly, and then what would that do for your psyche? So a project that's been around, like, Ethereum was my first coin that I ever invested in. I did quite well with that. That was back in 2017, so I made a lot of money with that, and then I lost a lot of money with that because I didn't know what I was looking at when the bear market came around. So in my opinion, if I had a few thousand, Ethereum would be where I would put it. That's just me. As of right now, if you had a couple grand, you're just wanting to do something, that's what I would do. USD. Sorry, I'm looking up in the chat. USDC is safe? Question mark. FDIC backed with interest? Not to my knowledge, unless something's changed. I don't think USDC is backed, but it is backed. It's not backed by the government, but it is backed by Coinbase, I believe. If you want to invest with it in Coinbase, I think they back it up to like maybe 250,000, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that, but last time I looked, I think that was accurate. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, you can gently press that anytime that you want. I'd appreciate it. We're looking at Bitcoin on the minute chart. Sometimes it's fun to just look at some price action. So far, we're holding that line pretty good, aren't we? Yep, right as I say it. 48,150. Yeah, I think I don't. Journeyman asks, we just had a small alt season. When do you think that next round will happen? Yeah, so in my opinion, I don't think we're really quite done. I think we had our first one, and then I think we're chilling out a little bit, and I think we could be due for our next one in the coming weeks, maybe March, April-ish area. Nobody saw this drop coming. It kind of took everyone off guard, but if this didn't happen, I think we could have seen it a little bit sooner than later, but I think we're going to have another one before a major test of Bitcoin to the 21 week. When that happens, we'll do something like this again, so be prepared for that. I believe Chainlink's good. Chainlink's one of my top coins that I hold. Definitely believe in the project. They just added some nice news today. I posted that on Telegram and Twitter. If you don't follow those, go follow those. Try to post some cool stuff on there that I don't do on videos. But I think Chainlink's future is going to be pretty bright. I think that Chainlink is one market cycle behind Ethereum. And I think Ethereum is one market cycle behind Bitcoin. So read into that as you wish. That's just what I feel. Yeah, small advantage. I usually keep. He said, "Is there a certain percentage of your portfolio that you keep on the sidelines?" As I like to put it, for cash buying opportunities. Yeah. So those, if I sell like Link or Ethereum or whatever on the big ups like we've had, if I sell a little bit, it'll usually be at certain different levels, and I'll do like 5% sale. Then I'll keep that for when and if we have a drop, and I'll set buy orders in at these levels. And just if they get hit, they get hit, and if they don't, they don't. Otherwise, it just stands there unless we have huge drops, and then I'll just kind of market buy and put it in. Like if we were to drop back to the 21 week or something, yeah, I have buys in here on all my top 5. So, yep, to answer your question, hopefully that answered it. Bitcoin's still looking okay. We want to hold about 48,000 for Bitcoin on the daily. If we break that, altcoins are, that would not be a good sign. If Bitcoin breaks this, it could be due for a test of the 50-day, and if it does that, we know that altcoins will get more hammered. So we got to watch that. But the good news is the DXY is falling. The US dollar is hurting. So the weaker that gets, the more of a fall that the dollar can do. Technically speaking, the crypto market should be okay to go. So this could help us. This could save us. If the dollar keeps falling, crypto might bounce back sooner than later. So we got to keep an eye on all this stuff. Make 10 new videos a week. So if you're new here, follow us, and I'll keep you updated. A few more minutes, and then we will call it. We're about 2 hours now, so. I don't have any thoughts on Rune. As I said before, if I don't have if I'm not invested in it, I just don't give my opinion on it, anything. Not that I don't like it or anything, but yeah. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, I recognize you from the chat and I think you've left me some comments on my videos, so I appreciate that. But yeah, if you have Coinbase, guys, you can transfer back and forth to Coinbase Pro, and it's like instant, secure, all that stuff. It's real cool. So when I was starting out, then I opened my Coinbase Pro account. You can throw it to Coinbase Pro and like easily, and you can go back and forth. So that can be handy. Yeah, they're both owned by Coinbase. Coinbase Pro used to be called GDAX back in the day. That's when I had it, back in like 2016, 17. So smaller fees, much smaller fees. Then as your account grows, you definitely want to be using Pro. Coinbase will destroy you in fees. It's just easy to use, so I recommend that for new people. If you just want to put $100 in, or I mean, I have my daughter in Coinbase just because it's easy; she can look at it. No, but if you're gonna do any kind of big investing or long term, Coinbase Pro, much lower fees. I'll leave it at that. You can buy Cardano on. I mean, you could buy it on Binance. I don't know if maybe you can't get Binance in Canada. Phemex, I think Phemex is in Canada. Try them. PHEMEX. I should link that. I have an account, and I think if I should post my referral link because we both get like $10 or something if enough people used it. Just to maybe I'll do that. Phemex, I use them to buy my Cardano, so. John says, where do I realistically see Chainlink being as a price prediction for 2021? Well, I've given my opinion on this, and if everything goes well, like we don't have any more coronavirus crap or whatever, black swan events, if everything just stays kind of normal in crypto, I could see Chainlink hitting $100 this year. If we do have, some fluctuations or whatever, I would still fully expect over $50 out of Chainlink this year. I'd be more shocked than not if Link's not over $50 by the end of the year. I would more expect 100. Yeah, these lines, someone just asked what these were. These are the moving averages. If you look on the left, they're EMA moving average. EMA means exponential moving average. So this is our 21, our 50 in the green, our 100-day moving average, and our 200-day moving average. And these change based on what chart you're looking at. So if you go to look at the weekly, this is our 21 week instead of 21 day. So it does all that for you. So this, in a bull market, your 21 week is key levels for any coin. So that's why we see Bitcoin going down and retesting that as it did back in the previous bull market. Back in 2018, you could see how many times it tested that 21 week. It's a key level. If you break that 21 week, you're in deep trouble, as you see here. When we came back down in the start of the bear market, nobody knew this was exactly the start. But after you break this, then you're more than likely going to a bear market. So if we ever break that 21 week, it's probably good night for a while. But hopefully that's still a year, 2 years away. But maybe I'm still making videos on them and helping you guys out. I'll let you know. All right, we got a few minutes, and I'm gonna call it because it's been about 2 hours. But let me see if I got any last questions here. Oh, Lazaro, if y'all also, yeah, you want to know how to set those up, obviously. I was going to tell you guys this anyway. So if you go to Trading View, you hit this indicator right here, or those FX. This pulls up. You just type in moving average, and then you got to look down to where it says exponential. And that's exactly what I use. And if you want 4 of them, which I have, you have to click it 4 times. And then you'll have these pop up. Now the settings will be off at first, but then you just go over here, hit settings, pick the color that you want. I just picked these. You can set these up to my colors or your colors, but I've just always used these, so it's easier for me to identify. I would suggest whatever colors you pick, you leave it like that so you don't confuse yourself. And then you just change this. I think it defaults to 9, so you just want to go in for each one of them and set them up. So if you want to do yellow, you just type in yellow and then hit 21 and then hit enter, and then do it again for the next one. Do 50, tip your color and hit enter. That's how you do it. Penny, trying to get my attention. Okay, you got it. How low can Link go during this correction? Well, nobody's got a crystal ball, and nobody knows where any coin can go or where the bottom is. But if we look at Link, we have to try to look at where support levels are. So our next line of defense is going to be your 50-day moving averages. Your averages act as support, but when you break through them, then they act as resistance, as you can see here. Today, Link tried to get back up through the 21-day moving average. It couldn't. It got rejected, so now that's where we're here. So if we go back up in a few days or whatever, and we see us battling with this again, we want to break through that. So as of right now, our next line of defense for Link is 25.15, if you see on the left. This changes with time, so as you can see as I'm moving my cursor, they change. But if you keep it out here, it'll tell you what the most current one is. You see them change, it'll change all the time. That's why I use exponential. There's also SMA lines, simple moving averages. A lot of traders use that too. I just like exponential. A lot of traders, professional, use both or either. I just like exponential because they adjust faster with time and price. So to answer your question, quite frankly, Penny, this is our next line. If we break that, we don't want to think that, but $20, that would be a big level right here, because that also coincides with our last all-time high, as you can see right there. So if we break 25, I would expect roughly 20, 21. Hopefully we don't do that though. And I don't think we will unless Bitcoin proceeds to break its 21-day. If Bitcoin breaks this, the rest of the altcoins are due for more correction. So if Bitcoin breaks that, Bitcoin's next line of defense is right down here. Currently 41,000 roughly, which also coincides with our last local top. You can see how all these things start interconnecting with each other the more you look at them. Steve-O, Link got any improvements coming out this year that they may boost it? Yeah, how about today? If you go look at my Twitter today, I just posted a couple links. Sergey Nazarov, the founder, just posted a huge announcement today that he can reduce gas fees by up to 10 times, which is, may not sound like a lot, but that's pretty startling news. So go check that article out. I just posted on Twitter today. So that just came out, and plus their Chainlink's got over 420 projects they're currently working on. So I expect a lot of Chainlink. Yeah, Lazaro, that's yeah, I think with the free trading view, you can only get a certain amount of moving averages. So I pay for like Pro Plus just because I do this full time and look at it, use it every day. So if you pay, you can get more indicators. I use like 10 because these are just my moving averages. I have indicators as well that I use that helps me make trades. But yeah, so you might have to pay if you want to use more. There's other ways around that, but it's kind of more complex to explain. If you search for it on Google, Lazaro, how to use moving averages on TradingView, or more than 3, there is a secret way to do it. I don't really remember how to do it, but there's like a tool you can look at, and it'll give you like 3 in 1. So then you can use that one, and then another moving average that only count as 2. So go check it out. So thanks guys, we've been on for over 2 hours now, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. I usually call about 2 hours for my live streams. I appreciate y'all being here. Remember to hit the like button. Maybe we can get to 70. Somebody hasn't hit the like. We're at 69 likes. Hit 70. Someone out there. I appreciate you being on. Thanks so much. Have a good day. I'll make another video tomorrow. Make 2 videos tomorrow, so if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. We'll see you then. A couple videos tomorrow. Maybe do a live stream this weekend, Friday, if the market gets crazy. Follow us on Telegram and Twitter. I'll try to do alerts if I see something getting out of hand or something like that. But I appreciate everybody. Thanks so much. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Have a good future time. Goodbye.